Hi, my name is Ryan.
Hi, my name's Kaylee. We are currently travelling around Australia.
Follow along for more of our adventures and please like and subscribe.
Hey guys, as you can see, we are not
We're not
camping.
We're not in the bush.
We're not in the bush,
We're
we're
in a
house. So
Yeah.
we're doing a bit of a Q&A today on how we started our lap around Australia. So we've gotten a few questions from Instagram, so I'm going to be reading them off my phone and let's get into it. So the first question is, what made us want to travel Australia? So do you want to have a bit of, I know it was me who...
It was her. I had no idea about wanting to go around Australia. I'm too homebody because I have all my mates and everything. I love going camping with all them. So it was very hard for me to leave all that, but it was actually her idea. And then I had to do all the work on the car.
Yeah.
So it's funny how it was her idea, but then I have to do everything on the car. But that's fine. That's another thing. But do you want to explain why?
Well, I just think that it's a bit like you go your whole life just working 9 to 5, and I just didn't really want that. I thought we should go and see the world a bit and travel, and what better way is to see your own country before you go off traveling overseas and stuff. So yeah, I thought that it'd be a good adventure, and we enjoy camping. It's good to have
I grew up camping. Her first camping trip I took her 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then
2 years ago, that was the first
after
time ever camping, and then she was like, right, I want to travel around Australia. This is awesome. Except for the spiders. She doesn't like spiders too much, but
No.
you know who does.
No. I say, but I'm getting used to it though. Like, not as bad as what I used to be.
Yeah, it was a lot harder at the start. Like leaving, that was the most difficult part, I feel like. And maybe like a month in, then we kind of got a lot more comfortable. Like at the start, we were planning different campsites and stuff, and then we would mix it up and we'd get it wrong, and it was very stressful. But I mean, once you get used to being on the road, it's it's quite awesome. But yeah,
and we're only 2 months in now as well, so we're fairly new to all of this.
But it's getting a lot better.
It is. Anyway, next question is, did you forget much and take anything you don't use?
Yeah, a couple things.
Yeah.
I brought a going out jumper, like a jacket that I only really wore at home when I went out with my mates and stuff like that, because I thought, what if we go out to a pub or something on like a cold night or whatever. But that's just been sitting in the car. I haven't used it once, and I don't think I will. But I don't want to throw it out because it's a nice jacket. So it's a bit like, you bring a couple things. What did you forgot?
I forgot our GoPro batteries.
Yeah.
So
we've only got the one.
I've only got the one, and I literally charged the GoPro with a cable. So I don't have spare batteries, which I might get someone to send them back up. So if anyone at home's watching this, please send them to us.
We need that because we're consistently charging it. But it's fine. That's fine. And I forgot, what another thing I forgot? I forgot my, the thing that goes on top of my shaver. That's one thing that I actually forgot to bring, because I'm the very organised person and I never really forget anything. And that was the one thing that I forgot, and I realised a couple of weeks ago when I went to go shave my beard, and I was shattered because I don't like going flat. And that was the one thing I forgot. But you forgot a couple more things, did you?
It was more just an underpacking thing, like jumpers and stuff. I was expecting going further up, even like New South Wales, I was expecting it to be a little bit warmer than what it was.
Coming from Victoria, it was pretty much the same weather that it was in Vic. I'd say it's even colder, because pretty much whole time we were in New South Wales, I mean, there wasn't a week that went by that it didn't rain a lot.
I don't think it was colder, because we kind of left at a time where it was still, I remember our first week, even in Vic, we still had a 32-degree day.
Yeah, so that was hot, but then after that
the weather just went downhill.
It was just crap, so it was cold pretty much the whole time. But now we're in Queensland, it's nice and warm, which is awesome.
I definitely recommend bringing more jumpers. It's one thing.
I think I bought 2 jumpers, and that was it, and I rarely ever needed them. But
did buy a couple more.
Yeah, we bought a fluffy jacket each, which you see me and her wearing all the time.
Yeah.
So we bought that, but that's just something nice to wear consistently, and that's about it. That's pretty much all we wear.
Yeah. Another thing that I wouldn't have bothered to bring is I brought my hair straightener.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I wouldn't have bothered to bring it because you're not going
You
out to...
You just don't need it,
You just don't need it.
Like, we have the power and everything to use
Yeah.
it, so I tested it and everything before we left to see the power consumption.
I
And then I
used
said to you, I was just like, well, you can bring it, and then you're like, okay, well, I will. But, I mean, you've used it, what, once?
Maybe twice,
yeah. So that's something else we don't really need, but...
No, it doesn't take up that much room.
It's all those things at home that you want to bring, and just because it's like a nice thing to have, but then when you're on the road you won't really need it. Just like my jacket, like I thought I'd need a going out jacket, but I mean, we never go out unless it's a special, if we meet someone and it's like we want to go to the pub or something like that, but that's
we can't afford it.
Yeah, that's exactly
we're
right.
on such a tight
budget. You're on a
and-
budget, so you can't really be afford going out to the pub and drinking beers and stuff like that, but
no. If we're gonna go out, it's literally like we haven't gone out drinking once. We haven't spent on alcohol at all. We go out like the other night. We went out for fish and chips.
Yeah, fish and chips.
That's
about as far as it goes.
And we only spent $18. Like
yeah.
We just don't go out for dinners. It's just not a thing we can afford.
Question is, how do we get ready money wise? So that was a bit of a mission because obviously I had to spend so much money on the car to get it ready to my standard, which was a lot. But I mean, it was a bit hard because it was probably about 2 years we spent just trying to like work and not really go out as much, because normally we still went out a lot, but normally if we weren't trying to save, we'd be going out every week and spending most of our money. But yeah, trying to save was a long mission. I think maybe like the last like 8 to 10 months or something, that's where we really kicked into gear, and we were like, we need to save because the trip's coming up soon. So we didn't really go out as much as we used to, and pretty much just trying to save every penny we could.
Or if we went out, we'd give ourselves like a balance, because the thing is with us is that we absolutely adore our friends, so we definitely like wanted to spend as much time and like go to most things. So we sort of would set a limit and be like, oh no, we can't be spending it.
It was a bit hard wanting to go to every event and do everything with our friends at the same time while trying to save a certain amount of money every week to get ready, because we wanted at least $30,000 before we left.
We did leave with that.
Yeah, that's what we left. We left with a little bit over, but
I had 18 grand.
Yeah, you had
How
18. I had about 15, so we had about 33, which was good. Which we figured out that should be enough for a $600 budget every week for a year. Which
we do go over that sometimes.
We do go over.
Well.
Yeah, we have been going over because it's something that's hard to keep in line of trying to enjoy yourself and also like buy the food that you want and also have a good time. So it's really hard to keep it under the budget. But
and there's things that you've got to pay for. Like you've got to pay for fuel. Fuel is our biggest
Fuel's our biggest thing. Like we'll spend $250 a week on fuel.
Caravan parks, sometimes you have to do a caravan park. And
New South Wales,
expensive.
Very expensive.
Yeah.
We found that there's not a lot of free camps along the coast. It's mostly caravan parks, and if it's not a caravan park, it's a paid for campsite, which is the cheapest we found. It was just a booking fee, which was $6. So. And
that was only early days. Like as soon as we got past. There was one spot that we got past and there was just like barely any free camps around anymore. I think that was once we got past Sydney.
Once we got past Sydney, it was lots paid for.
Yeah, and they're at least $25 per camp. Which
so it definitely adds up, especially if you're paying $25 for a whole week. Like even if you're moving and every spot's still $25, it definitely takes it out of your budget a lot. Because we probably allow maybe like $100 to $150 every week on food, and then you've got your $250 on fuel depending on how far you go, and that's already almost your whole budget gone. So
one is more for Ryan. So how long did we take to get the car ready and what we did to get it ready?
So it was probably from the get-go where we decided we wanted to go around Australia, and which was 2 years ago.
That's when you brought the car.
Yeah, that's when I bought the car. So first of all, it was buying a car, and then it was obviously trying to save enough money and to buy everything we wanted, plus doing all the research and everything to know that this is the product that I want. So like with our Bush Company tent, that was the first thing we bought because I was probably researching it, looking at reviews online, watching videos for hours and hours, and I finally decided that was the one I wanted for the price, and obviously it's the most top of the line one you can buy. But I thought that it was the most worth it, and like we would never change it or anything. It's that good, and we'd love it because obviously I did so much research and trying to get the car ready and stuff. But that was our very first purchase. Then from then on, it was a very slow process. So after that, it was the bull bar, then it's a rear bar, then it's the side steps, and it's everything else that's little. So you'd work for a couple of weeks, then you'd buy something, and then you'd work for another couple of weeks, buy something, etc., etc. And probably the last, I'd say 6 months, because I was terrible at doing it slowly over the time frame. But so the last 6 months was the hardest bit, I'd say, because everything started to get real, and I had to pretty much custom make the whole entire rear of the car from nothing. Me, my brother, and my dad. It was just us in the factory, and it was brainstorming mode, figure out measuring. It was just so many hours. The last 3 months before we left, I didn't work a day. I stopped working, and I did about almost 12 hours every day for the last 3 months working on the car 7 days a week, trying to get it ready, and it was absolute chaos.
And we still didn't leave when we were supposed to.
Yeah, we left 2 weeks after. Because I was getting to the point where I was burning myself out. I couldn't.
Yeah, you were an absolute burnout.
Yeah, I just used pretty much 100%, 110% of me brain every day, and eventually got it finished, which was good. But yeah, that was 2 weeks after our original deadline of getting it ready. So it's a very big process, but in the end,
it's worth it.
It was definitely worth it. I'm very happy with the product because I like to have everything a certain particular way. So, which was actually, we'll be doing a video on the car soon and going over everything on how everything works and stuff, and showing you the system. But yeah, it was very stressful, but in the end, I'm glad that we did it the way we did it because it's perfect, and I wouldn't change it. So, but yeah, all the hard work that you put into it definitely pays off in the end. Yeah.
I thought he was doing too much. I was like, well, why
she was getting ready to leave.
I was like, let's go.
Let's just go. We don't need this stuff
but
on.
I'm glad he's done it the way he's done it.
Yeah, everything's a very particular way, and it has worked out to be the best. Yeah. Right, the next question is, how much clothes did we bring and how we fitted things in such a small space?
Yeah, so we got these tread bags from Anaconda, and they just fit so much in them. Like, we've literally jam-packed them in, and also Ryan sort of...
Yeah, I built that was the very last thing I had to do in finishing off the car. So we purchased these bags beforehand so I could make the perfect space to fit them in. So we have 2 large bags each for all of our clothes, and then we have 2 small bags. So I have one small bag for my underwear and my socks, and then the other one is for my toiletries, and same for her. She has one each as well. Yeah. So which I took a while to get it done, but we have like the perfect space to fit those bags. And I have maybe 10 t-shirts, 4 or 5 pairs of shorts. I have 2 jumpers and 2 pairs of jeans and 3 pairs of trackies and 2 jackets, and I think that's it.
Roughly, I'd say I've got about 4 to 5 dresses, like 2 pairs of shorts, roughly thinking 2 jumpers or 3. It's hard to know on the top of my head, but yeah, there's enough. Like, it's not like a whole big wardrobe, but
yeah, it gets the job done. So like, I mean, we do washing every 2 weeks. So about 1 to 2 weeks at a caravan park because it's the cheapest for us. But we find that it's enough clothes to last us until we need to clean them again, which is good. But yeah, so I don't think we really overpacked too much on the clothes, which is...
I think I may have even underpacked.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can never have enough clothes, but you need to know the right amount to...
You can always buy things on the way, like...
Yeah.
I'd say underpack more than overpack.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because if you need the space in the end and something's old, you can always just give it to the salvos or anything like that and to get rid of it, so... Right, this is the last question. This is from my brother, which is good. He says, how much help did you have from your amazing family? Now, with everything in the car, I couldn't have done it without them because they were just so much help. Like my brother and my dad were even taking time off work out of their day to help me finish everything. I wouldn't have been able to design the drawer system without my brother because he did all of the computer work, all the stuff that I am incapable of doing because he's very smart. So we figured out how to make the system, measure it, do it all on the computer, put it all through the router and all the sheet metal and everything. We all did it in-house, and I couldn't have done it without my brother. And then also all the technical stuff, like helping me with all the wiring and doing all the pump systems and all stuff like that with all the water and stuff. I couldn't have done that without my dad. So he's helped me on the technical side. My brother's helped me with all the drawings and doing all the design work with me. And yeah, I couldn't have done it without them. And I thank them so much till this day because the car wouldn't be what it is without them. And doing all the installs from the roof tent to the bull bar to the rear bar to all the wiring of the lights and everything, my dad helped me with absolutely everything in the car. And yeah, he's the best dad ever, and I couldn't have done it without him. And yeah, it's just
we appreciate it.
We do appreciate it a lot. So yeah, it's been very helpful, and yeah, I couldn't have done it without them.
And money wise as well. If you had
money-wise,
someone else to do it.
My dad's helped me with buying things and just endless amount of things that they helped me a lot with, which I'm very thankful. And I'm thankful that I grew up in the family that I did because we thankfully have a workshop that has all the equipment to make drawer systems, even though it's not our profession, but we somehow figured it all out how to do it our own way, which is good. But I'm very thankful for all that type of stuff, which is good.
Yeah. Well, we're going to end that here, guys. Those were our few questions, and that's how we got ready for our lap.
Yeah, and if you have any other type of questions or anything, feel free to message us on Instagram, and we'll happily get back to you on all sorts of different types of things.
And if you like videos like these, just comment below, and we can definitely do more.
Yeah, bloody oath. Cheers, guys.